For many sports fans, Rafael Nadal's retirement will leave a lasting impact on a personal level. And now, as sports journalists, we are supposed to be objective, although sometimes the ardent fan of an athlete's sheer and absolute greatness does sneak up. Here's a tribute from WION to the King of Clay, who reigned with unequivocal brilliance, both on and off the court.
It was a moment tennis fans around the world thought would never come. Rafael Nadal bidding farewell to the sport that he loves. The Spaniard's exit from tennis is sure to leave a void in the life of not just tennis fans, but the world of sport itself.
I mean, as he said, I think he was one of the best ambassador, for tennis. I mean, his legacy is going to be eternal.
The words grit, determination and courage are not just associated with Nadal. He has become a symbol of those attributes. But what sets him apart is that while being all those things, he also had remarkable humility.
I am not the kind of guy that I will say, no, I will not change things, because for me it looks arrogant. No, of course I will change things. But one thing have been so important for me, because I'm going to leave this professional tour with the calm and with the personal satisfaction that I give my best almost in every single moment.
Arguably, Nadal's greatest legacy is that every tennis fan has a special relationship with him. And it wasn't just because of his greatness on the tennis court.
Well, he won 14 Roland Garroses. He has 22, 23 Grand Slams. He's just a nice person. I mean, I've seen him at the Roland Garros. He always signed autographs. He's a great player. I mean, tennis will not be the same without him.
Till his last match, he always thought about the greater good and even admitted that he would not pick himself for future Davis Cup matches if Spain happened to go through.
I just think that if I were the captain, I wouldn't pick myself to play, given my level today in competition compared to how I have been training. That does not mean that I don't want to play. It is not about how much I want to play. It is about what I think is best for the team.
That situation did not arise. Spain were knocked out by the Netherlands in the quarterfinals of the Davis Cup, and Nadal walked into the sunset with his status as one of the greatest athletes of all time firmly cemented. Only Novak Djokovic has more men's singles Grand Slam titles in the Open era. The era of the Big Three will never be seen again in tennis, or probably in any sport, where three players who have a genuine case of being the greatest of all time competed simultaneously. In pure sporting terms, Nadal will be remembered as the King of Clay, and he earned that title at Roland Garros in Paris. 14 French Open titles, the kind of domination of a tournament that is unheard of in all of sport. And his favorite city paid him the tribute that he deserves. The Spaniard's silhouette was projected near the Eiffel Tower on Tuesday. Nadal had the chance to bid farewell to the city at the Paris Games this summer, where he was part of the famed Olympic torch relay. But during the Olympics, and in fact the last couple of years, Nadal wasn't the player he used to be. Multiple injuries limited his participation at ATP Tour events, and even though it seemed like he was back to his best in the year of 2022, he could not win a Grand Slam after that summer's French Open.
I cannot be enough competitive, and I am not able to enjoy my daily basis the way that I need to be competitive at the highest level now.
One cannot mention Nadal without mentioning Roger Federer. The duo elevated the sport and introduced it to a completely new audience with their skill on the court and their conduct off it. Federer paid tribute to his old friend and rival in an emotional post on X. The Swiss maestro was not present at Nadal's last match, but the duo still share a bromance like no other. This image of the two crying at Federer's farewell tournament sums up their relationship and will live long in the memory of all sports fans. The sport of tennis will get back to its usual cycle in January 2025. The game itself is in good hands, with the likes of Nadal's compatriot Carlos Alcaraz and Yannick Sinner. But it won't be the same without Rafa. There will always be great players, but there will never be another Rafael Nadal. Sports Bureau, WION World is One.
To stay up to speed with the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.